Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pulaski County Fiscal Court. If y'all please stand and join me and Mr. Martin Hatfield in the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order. First thing on the agenda will be the minutes approval for last meeting.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Wheeling. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. No old business. That puts us down to new business.
Juneteenth Jubilee. Here to talk about it.
Juneteenth Jubilee, Ashley Homrich.
Hi, I'm Ashley Homrich, and I am here on behalf of the Lake Cumberland Diversity Council, Lake Cumberland Juneteenth Jubilee organizers, in the home of opportunities and dreams. It is my hope that the Pulaski County government will support and sponsor our upcoming event, which will be taking place at the Pulaski County Judicial Plaza on Saturday, June 18th, 2022, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. This year's Juneteenth Jubilee will be an educational, uniting, and entertaining event for our community. This event also holds significance due to its deep historical context and opportunity to acknowledge the truth about slavery, as well as our nation's dark and harder parts of its history. Perhaps many of you, like myself, grew up learning a limited amount of Black history, 1 month at best. And yet, if we are to acknowledge the truth, African American history is American history. History that has been and continues to be made daily. We will be having a storyteller, poet, teacher, and West African drumming, as well as local and regional musicians. Therefore, in order to make this event accessible, the starting ask from our county government includes $2,500. I have also brought with me flyers as well as a schedule that I would be happy to share. Thank you for your consideration, as well as hopefully a commitment and ongoing dialogue to assure our community and county is one where everyone feels like they belong.
Anybody got anything on it?
How much was you wanting sponsorship? I mean, what, just,
The starting that we had was $2,500.
What about that, Jim? We got that.
Yeah, we can cover that through LGEA funds.
Second. Our motion, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it then.
Motion by Wheeling, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
If you would send me like an invoice or a formal request.
Okay, yep.
Okay. then we'll
Thank
get
you so much.
Thank you.
Do you want the flyer or schedule? I'm happy to share it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next thing on the agenda will be fiscal year 2023 County Road Aid Agreement and Resolution.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Strunk. That's on the County Road 8 Program Agreement. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
You gotta have a roll call vote on the resolution.
Okay. Motion second, then roll call. Okay, on the county resolution. Need a motion and a second, and then we have to have a roll call vote on that one.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Turpin, second by Ranshaw. Need a roll call vote, Alicia.
Turpin,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wilden,
Yes.
Ranshaw,
Yes.
Strunk.
Yes.
Carries. Okay, the next thing will be Kentucky Wildlands and Eastern Kentucky Pride Resolution.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Wheeldon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next thing on the agenda will be the 2022-23 fiscal year bids. Got,
Yeah, we advertised last month, and then the bidding closed Monday at 9 a.m. And so all the bids are prepared and be organized, so requesting to take all these bids for your, under review.
Motion to accept for review?
Second.
motion by Strunk, second by Ranshaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
In addition to that, there's 3 items that we didn't receive bids on and are very crucial to our operation is fuel, lubricants, and tires. So I'm going to ask permission to advertise one more time for bids for that next fiscal year.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, next thing on the agenda, Western Water Board appointment. We got a spot there needing to be filled, and Bruce Gover is recommended to fill that spot.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Wheeldon. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Gets down to the department reports. Road work request.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next thing on the personnel, here a little bit back, we moved a couple up to operators. There was one other one supposed to have been in there that got left out somehow or another. Isaac Maston needs moved up to operator.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Ranshaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 3,000 ton of rock.
Motion.
Motion by Wheeldon, second by Ranshaw. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. 500 ton of hot mix.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Turpin, second by Ranshaw. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Carries. Solid waste cleanup report.
Yeah, I just want to take a minute to brag on our community and what happened in the month of April. We had our waste tire cleanup, and I was asked last court meeting how many tires we brought in, and I got that between the last court meeting and now, and that was 71,804 tires that were collected. So it was one of the biggest events we've ever had. So it was a great opportunity to get those tires cleaned up off farms and anywhere else that were happening. The last one of the events that they're hosting this year is at Casey County, so this coming weekend. So if you missed the Pulaski County cleanup and you have some tires you need to get rid of, you can take them over to Casey County this weekend. The events for all Kentucky residents, so that's the closest one we'll have for a little while. We also had the Pulaski County Clean Sweep on April the 14th. We had 128 businesses participate, 367 volunteers, cleaned up 405 bags of trash on that one day alone. We had the triple bag challenge that took place the week of Earth Day, April 22nd. 11 students were awarded prizes for going out and picking up 3 bags of trash in the community where they took before and after pictures where they cleaned up. That's a joint sponsored event with SPEDA, Somerset Tourism, Lake Cumberland Tourism, and the Recycling Center and Solid Waste Office. We had our second annual Operation Beautification on April 22nd, 23rd that had 22 local school and youth organizations take part in a community cleanup. 461 volunteers cleaned up 74 road miles, collected 765 bags of trash. This was a partnership of the Chamber of Commerce, our Solid Waste Office, SPEDA, Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, Hinkle, Somerset Hardwood Flooring, Ford Brothers, Mindy Sweet, and the Johnson family. Our Household Hazardous Waste Day on April 30th, we had 202 cars come through the recycling center that took care of the hazardous waste event. How much stuff we took in, it's kind of hard to measure because there's different things that were brought in there, but it was a successful event as well. And to kind of culminate everything, we were awarded 2 grants this past week. The Recycling Center was awarded $344,792.33 to replace old equipment, one of which will be a forklift that will be able to donate our older forklift to the fleet maintenance department. Frank was needing a forklift over there, and this will save the county a lot of money because these forklifts aren't cheap. So we'll be able to donate that to them. They'll have safer equipment over there to move stuff around. We also were awarded $200,000 for a compost grant that will continue our operation over there. So all said, to this point, we've been awarded over $665,571.17 with our litter abatement, waste tire, recycle grant, and compost grant. And we still have 1 grant left. We're still trying to get the rubber modified asphalt grant for Bourbon Road, so we'll hopefully know something about it within the next month. So just want to thank Fiscal Court for your continued support of our department and the support of the community as a whole. Pulaski County is in one of the best spots we've ever been in as far as the way our community takes care of itself and these cleanup events and the way that our roadways have started to look better, and especially Jalen McCollum and his crews and what they do out there on the roads. So we're in a much better spot now than I think we've ever been, so I just encourage people to continue to keep Pulaski County green and clean. Thanks.
Danny, I'd like to say I appreciate your role and what you do and all the people that help. Thank you.
Okay. Next thing on the agenda will be the jail.
I first want to say a heartfelt thank you to everyone in this room over the past few weeks. Me and my family have experienced firsthand the hospitality and are humbled with my wife's passing of the phone calls, the texts, the people that brought food. I got the fattest dogs in the county. And I just want you to know that we appreciated it. And it means a lot for an old boy out of Hickory Nut Ridge. We appreciate it. Now, I have to, being that my boss is with me, I have to behave. So we're here to ask today that the court give approval so that we can advertise bids for 2 transport vehicles, Mike. The ones over there are getting a lot of miles on them, they're becoming a liability as far as getting them worked on and things of that nature. And the time has come to trade up, and we would ask again for that opportunity.
Motion to advertise?
Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Turpin.
Quick question, is this coming out of commissary funds?
Yes, sir.
Or, okay, so there's nothing we have to do on our budget?
Yes, sir.
Great.
Ask permission to bid the cooking pot.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Cooking pot.
Something that broke.
Yeah, another thing that I forgot to put on the agenda, I apologize for that, but it just kind of came up all of a sudden. We've got a tilt skillet over there that we're gonna have to replace. It's getting in bad shape. We've had to have it welded once. It's a stainless steel, and you have to have a certain welder come in. Where it had a crack in it, it's starting to go bad on us again. I'd like for permission to bid that. Maybe even try to use some ARPA funds or something like that to buy it and replace it out of.
Motion to bid.
Second.
Motion by Ranshaw, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you all. That's all I have.
And I'll say this, we want to continue to be a good friend and a good neighbor to this court. And if there's anything that we can do for you or Chris, Speeda, or anybody else as far as with inmate labor, please let us know, and we'll try our best to make certain that it happens. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Rod.
Thanks, Rod. We love you.
That brings us down to the treasurer.
Hello. The first item I have is our monthly bill list. As you can see, it's kind of large, in part because we did not have the last court meeting. So that is for your approval today.
Motion.
Motion by Wheeldon,
Second.
second by Strunk. All in favor?
I've got a question. On the bill list, it's showing all the expenses. There's one expense for the coroner's office that's coming out of courthouse renovations. Why are we putting all the expenses for the coroner's office in that one account?
Yes.
Okay, so everything, okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Roll call vote. Alicia?
Turpin,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wheeldon,
Yes.
Ranshaw,
No.
Strunk.
Yes.
Motion carries. Carry on there, Ms. Isaacs.
The next item I have is the bank reconciliation for the month of April.
Motion to accept.
Motion by Strunk,
Second.
second by Wheeldon. All in favor?
I have a question. On the emergency relief fund,
Yes.
Shouldn't that be drawing interest, or is it in
They're
non-interest?
working on getting that changed, yes. You've asked me about that before.
Yeah, I just was wondering, because it's still
Yeah.
showing. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Oh, sorry. Lost my train of thought. The next item I have, it's a housekeeping issue. When I did, this is gonna be a budget transfer. When I did the last budget amendment, I inadvertently amended into the wrong account. I put, the ARPA money into the motor vehicle account. So I need to just clean that up and move from the motor vehicle account to back to ARPA line item. Basically, just a little housekeeping.
Motion to
Mo-
transfer?
Second.
Motion by Strunk, second by Renshaw. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The next item I have are fund transfers. These are a nunc-pro-tunc, because these are occupational tax monies that go from the occupational tax fund to the general fund and then to the various, other funds, is a nunc-pro-tunc due to the date of, when the ordinance says these have to be settled.
Can you read those off?
Oh, I'm so sorry. To the road from the general fund, $396,250. To the jail fund from the general fund, $201,563. To 911 fund from the general fund, $390,875. And these are amounts that that were set in the budget, last year. It's just cut up into quarterly payments.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Wheeldon, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried.
Next item I have is a budget amendment, amending, unanticipated receipts into various funds in, the 21-22 budget, in the amount of $3,626,290, and it increases receipts in the general fund, road fund, jail fund, LGA fund, fire fund, and 911 fund. Excuse me, sorry.
Is this a new amendment?
It is, we just basically need to have a first reading, and, the motion would be to advertise once I'll have to send this to the state for their approval.
So the motion is the motion to advertise.
Yes, sir.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Renshaw, second by Strunk. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The next, the last item I have, is the first reading of the 22-23 budget. And this will be like the amendment, it will be, it has to go to the state for their approval. So once it comes back, I will need permission to advertise for a second reading.
And also, excuse me, also a vote on permission to send it to DLG.
Oh,
Yeah, we got something kind of new. so.
that is kind of new. Okay.
Well, I've got a comment on this. As I mentioned in the budget meeting about the fire fund, you're transferring $800,000 worth of expenses from the road fund to the fire fund. And the agreement that I've been told through the fire fund is that that would be offset with less money coming out of the 27.27%, but yet the transfer out of the fire fund to the general fund is still showing $1 million instead of the offset. Now, that transfer to the general fund means that that money is already offset in the budget for expenses for the general fund. So, not living up to the agreement that was given to the fire commission to offset that money. So they're gonna lose $800,000, which they just got done paying off the fire truck bond, which now they need to buy new fire trucks and get that going again. So basically, we're taking, the way this budget is set up, we're taking expenses from the road fund and charging them to the fire fund and not getting reimbursed through the fire fund, which I do believe that, I think that's wrong. I don't think we should be messing with our firefighters. They're out there hard, they deserve the best equipment. They do have carryover from prior year, but we need to make sure that they're equipped and taken care of for emergencies and be able to do their capital projects for their fire stations, which we have some coming up, and more needs to be done. The fire stations are getting old, but we're taking money out of the fire fund to finance the road fund, and it's costing them, our volunteers, money that they could be spending to upgrade their equipment. And so I don't agree with that. I asked that $800,000 would be taken out of that transfer and only leave $200,000, and it's still in the current first reading, which is going to go to state for approval. So it's going to force my hand. I'm going to vote no on the budget just for that reason. I don't believe we should be messing with our firefighters.
It's your prerogative to vote. I do the budget to the best of my ability. I've been doing this many years. I think I know what I'm doing, and
These firefighters go out and raise their own money to buy equipment and stuff. They shouldn't be forced to even raise more money to offset their equipment if need be.
John, we got what?
they haven't been hurting.
We got 1 month left in this budget cycle? Yeah.
Yes.
In that fire fund, right now, it's approximate, how much excess money's in there?
Give me just a second.
Talking,
This is as messy as my desk in the office. Right now, there is $3,215,697.15. After the budget, or after the bill list is paid for this cycle, that'll take 300, so it'll be just under $2 million, just under $3 million.
Excess this fiscal year?
Yes, sir. I mean, of course, there's gonna be some payroll, but I wouldn't expect it to be anything less than 2.5 million at this point.
but you got quarterly payments still coming up and all that too. You got capital projects that's already.
No?
Or
That's
quarterly,
That's next year.
Folks, our volunteer firefighters and their fire fund, that's why the fire commission was set up, and that's why that insurance premium was going to that account. I just don't believe our fire department should be messed with. Plain and simple. That's their money. They got fire trucks to pay for. They got buildings that's gonna be, upcoming years are gonna need to be renovated and stuff like that. I do not believe our firefighters should be messed with.
I agree.
And this is, you're taking $800,000 out of the fire fund to pay for road maintenance.
you keep saying this is not only this is not just me.
Well,
I prepared the budget, this is your all's budget, this is the judge's budget,
And I'd ask that any fire chief
I-
in our county that's in dire need of anything, now's the time to come to fiscal court and request part of that 3 million.
I do not,
Because we're there to help them.
I will stand my ground on the fire fund.
I mean, that's your prerogative, Mark.
Whatever you guys decide to do with it, that's up to you, but I will stand my ground on the fire fund.
I have a motion on the first reading.
Motion on the first reading of the budget?
Motion by Strunk,
Second.
second by Wilden. All in favor? All opposed?
No.
Roll call, Alicia.
Turpin,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wilden,
Yes.
Branshaw,
No.
Strunk.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Get a motion to forward it to DOG.
Now I need a motion to forward it to DLG.
Motion.
Motion by Strunk, second by Wilden. All in favor?
Yes.
All opposed?
I oppose.
Roll call, Alicia.
Turpin,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wilden, Branshaw,
No.
Strunk.
Yes.
Motion carries. That brings us down to citizen comments. We don't have anything else. That brings us down to adjourn. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Strunk,
Second.
second by Wilden. All in favor? All opposed? Motion carries.
Good job.
Thank you, Brian.
Glad they don't